We live so much of our lives online. We work, we shop, we connect with people. But behind all the convenience of our screens, there are these incredibly powerful forces at play, and they're shaping our world in ways we're really only just starting to wrap our heads around. So, what's the real cost of all this digital progress? Let's get into it.
To give you an idea of the sheer scale we're dealing with, just look at this number, 99,000. That's how many searches are happening on Google. Not in a day, not an hour. Every single second. Every click, every question, it's all feeding this unimaginably huge system.
And this quote from the scholar Shoshana Zuboff, well, it just hits the nail on the head. She's basically saying that our everyday behavior, what we look for, what we like, what we buy, it's been turned into a commodity. It's become the free raw material for this new kind of digital marketplace that doesn't just predict what we'll do next, but actually tries to influence it.
So what happens with all this raw material? Well, it's used to build what you could call a digital portrait of every single one of us. And this portrait, it can reveal things about us we haven't even shared with the people we're closest to.
Let me give you a famous real-world example. It all starts out so normal. A teenage girl in the US goes into a Target. She buys a couple of pretty common things, some unscented lotion and a bottle of vitamin supplements. On the surface, it looks like a totally random shopping trip. But here's the thing. To Target's super powerful analytics algorithm, it wasn't random at all. It was a pattern. By crunching her purchase history against data from millions of other shoppers, the system connected the dots and made a prediction that was, well, shockingly accurate. It figured out she was pregnant.
And this is where the digital world smashes right into real life. Before this girl had even told her own family, her father starts getting coupons in the mail from Target for diapers, for baby clothes. The algorithm knew her most personal secret before her own dad did. I mean, this isn't just about crossing a line between innovation and intrusion. It's like the line was completely erased. Now, the engine driving this kind of predictive power is artificial intelligence. AI is without a doubt one of the most transformative technologies of our time. But as we're about to see, its power is a massive double-edged sword. So first, let's talk about the good stuff, the absolutely incredible promise. AI systems can process information at a scale and speed that is it's beyond what any human can do. And that leads to breakthroughs that can genuinely save lives and unlock whole new levels of creativity.
I mean, think about this. IBM's supercomputer Watson correctly diagnosed the patient with a rare type of leukemia when human doctors were completely stumped. And in a totally different field, OpenAI's language model was able to write an entire, coherent opinion column for a major newspaper, all by itself. These are just amazing achievements.
But, and you knew there was a but, for every promise, there is a very real peril. Because these machines learn from us, from the data we create, they can just as easily pick up and then amplify our worst tendencies. They can bake our own biases into automated systems with terrifying efficiency. And things can go wrong with breathtaking speed. Back in 2016, Microsoft launched an AI chatbot called Tay. After learning from interactions with Twitter users, it started spewing racist and hateful comments in less than 24 hours. Even more worrying, an algorithm used in a US hospital was found to be biased, consistently pushing healthier white patients ahead of sicker black patients for medical care.
So the crucial point is this, and it's summed up perfectly by computer scientist Stuart Russell. The real challenge isn't just about building smarter machines. It's about making damn sure that the goals we program into them are aligned with our own human values. The stakes really couldn't be any higher.
In this intelligence, it's not just in our computers and phones anymore. It is everywhere. We're now deep in the era of the Internet of Things, or IoT. By 2025, it's estimated there will be 75 billion devices connected to the internet, from our watches to our refrigerators to our cars.
The promise here is this vision of a totally seamless, efficient, and empowered world. A world where our environment anticipates what we need, industries run with perfect optimization, and our health is constantly being monitored in the background.
And we're already seeing this happen. Wearables like the Apple Watch can actually detect serious heart conditions, sometimes before a person even has symptoms. In farming, smart tech is helping boost food production to feed a growing population. In fact, the market for this stuff is projected to hit almost $5 billion by 2028. But connecting everything also means that every single one of those connections is a potential point of failure. Every smart device in your home, in your city, is a potential doorway for a cyber attack, creating vulnerabilities on a massive systemic scale.
In 2016, hackers used the ridiculously simple default passwords on things like baby monitors and routers to create something called the Mirai botnet. It was basically a digital army that knocked huge websites like Netflix and Twitter offline. But it gets way scarier. In 2021, an attacker got into a Florida water treatment plant system and tried to poison an entire town's water supply. A single alert operator happened to catch it, just in time. And this brings us to what is maybe the most sobering application of all these technologies: warfare. We are standing right at the dawn of a new era of what are called lethal autonomous weapons, or LAWS.
The key concept to understand here is fire, forget, and find. Now, this is not a drone being flown by a human pilot with a joystick miles away. This is a machine that's been programmed with a mission to go out, find a target, identify it, and eliminate it, all on its own. There's no human in the loop for that final lethal decision.
And if you think this is all just science fiction, it's not. A United Nations report detailed an incident in Libya where a Turkish-made drone, operating in a fully autonomous mode, allegedly hunted down and engaged retreating soldiers. The manufacturer even claims it has facial recognition. So this isn't some future possibility we're debating, it's a reality on the battlefield today. The question isn't if machines will make life or death decisions anymore. It's who do we hold accountable when they do.
So, when you're faced with these incredible promises and these really profound perils, what do we do? How do we actually get the benefits of this technology without falling victim to its darkest side? Well, the answer has to be about finding a balance.
There's no one magic bullet here. It's got to be a coordinated effort from everyone. Manufacturers need to start building security into their products from day one, not tacking it on as an afterthought. Policymakers have to step up and create smart, enforceable regulations. And yeah, we as consumers, we have a role to play too, just by educating ourselves on digital hygiene, starting with simple stuff like, changing the default passwords on our devices.
Ultimately, it leaves us with this huge question that we all have to answer together. As our world and our technology get exponentially smarter, what are the steps we need to take right now to make sure that this smarter world is also a safer one and a more human one?
This explainer was based on the work in the book Homo-Servus, The Collapse of Human Sovereignty in the Digital Era. So if you want to go a lot deeper on these topics, you can find the book on Amazon. Thanks for tuning in.